Welcome back to Tanner Style. My name is Oliver Tanner, and we're back at the Tannerlands today. So, I should have turned on the camera earlier. The last time you were with us, you might remember that we were working on knocking down a big tree with the backhoe. So I did a little Google Lens search. Turns out that it's a mockernut hickory tree, and those have a massive taproot that goes straight into the ground. So yeah, no kidding, it was hard to tip over. We finally got it to tip over. Busted up the root pretty good. We came back. Last time we had to go home. I had a couple doctor appointments back at home, and so now we're back. It's a new week. It's Wednesday right now. We'll be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're probably going to have some rainstorms here and there, breaking up our ability to keep working, but we're going to work around them. We're going to see how much of all this we can get cleared out while we're here working this week. Right now, my son Joseph is down there hooking cable onto the tree. We're going to use the backhoe boom to lift it out. So let's get this tree lifted out of that hole. You can see how much we dug. We had to dig quite a lot around there just to get that stupid tree to tip over. So let's get that tree out of there. We're going to limb it, and we're going to refill this hole, and then we're going to press on with more trees. I'm done with pushing them over with the backhoe. We're just going to start chopping them down with chainsaws and whatever else we have around. We got some loppers for some of the little trees. But yeah, right now, at this point, we just need the trees down. So that's what we're going to do in this trip. We're just going to knock them down. And, you know, I don't really have a lot of money to play with, but I will pay to rent a stump grinder for a day just to take care of the stumps, because I have wasted a long time trying to get things done out here, trying to get the backhoe ready to push trees down, and then trying to push trees down themselves. At some point you just got to say, you know what, time to quit screwing around, get to work. So let's quit screwing around, get to work. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, it's been a couple days now. So we kind of took a little bit of a break from recording. We weren't really doing anything with the trees. Now, we had an issue with the brakes on the backhoe that needed to be addressed. So I thought it was not going to be a big deal. So we had our backhoe in at a repair shop in town, and what we had it in there for was because we were trying to fix a leak on one of the swing cylinders. I could not get the gland to budge, so I needed a professional's help. So they did that for us. They helped us out with getting those seals replaced on that cylinder. Anyway, while they were in there, I asked them to just take a look at our brakes, because I knew my brake on my right side wasn't working. And so they told me, what they told me was my master cylinder was bad, my slave cylinder was bad, and then my brake line needed to be replaced. That was it. Nothing else, just those three things. So I actually ordered 2 new master cylinders because they both looked pretty beat up and old and rusty. So I ordered all that stuff. I thought, hey, you know what? Just swap out some things. Shouldn't be too hard. Clearly I was wrong. So, you know, look, I'm not like a professional mechanic by any means at all. I was a mechanic at one point in time when I was in the Air Force, but I was a mechanic on weapon systems, not on heavy equipment. So, slightly different beast to tackle. So anyway, you know, we got into it, and it ended up taking a day. And we still hadn't finished it. In fact, the brakes were worse off. I didn't want to film any of it because I don't really know what the heck I'm doing, and I didn't want to waste anybody's time. And I had no clue how long it was going to take. Ended up taking a long time. Anyway, long story short is, it took us 2 days. Finally, now, we have the backhoe. The left brake is working, because for a while it wasn't working while we were trying to fix it. So the left brake is working, just like it was in the beginning, and the right brake is still not working, and we've discovered another problem that we are not equipped to fix today, so we're going to have to fix it at some point in the future. The work and the money that goes into trying to save money. It's great. Anyway, so today's our last day here, and we just need to get work done. So here's what we're doing today. We're going to be cutting down as many of all these trees here as we can. So we're going to start out with some of these little ones, you know, like that, like these ones right here. Start with those. And we're going to be taking our electric chainsaw and cutting down those small ones, because the electric chainsaw actually works pretty good on small things. And gas for a generator is cheaper than steel moto mix for my big chainsaw, which we'll use on the bigger trees. Alright, I guess maybe we'll try and throw in a little bit of the action, and I'll check up with you at the end, show you what we got.
One eternity later.
Alright, so we've been working a lot. We've been working pretty hard, cutting down some of those smaller trees, and now this is the view from that same vantage point where I was earlier before. We decided to pile a bunch of the branches and saplings and whatnot right here, right on top of, well, there we got a big hole in the ground right there. But now what we got to do is we're switching from the electric chainsaw, which is about an 18-inch Oregon chainsaw, and we're going to be pulling out my 30-inch bar steel chainsaw. This isn't like a new chainsaw. It was old when I got it. I have no idea how old it is. Pretty much the vast majority of what I own is like Facebook Marketplace finds and stuff like that, because that's the level that I kind of have to operate at. But you know what, whatever, it works. And we try to take good care of what we have, make it last as long as possible. So let's look at what we're cutting down now. So we're going to start first with this tree right here. That's going to be number 1. And then this one right here is going to be tree number 2. Then we'll go 3, 4, 5. And then in the back there, can't really see it very well, but there's kind of 1 right there, and then 2 trees in the back there. So there's 3 trees altogether. That's 7, 8, 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 6, 7, 8. And then we might come over here and do this tree, time permitting, and then that tree, if we still have time. And if the sun still hasn't gone down yet after that, then we'll come back and get these 2. And then we're going to wrap up our day and head back home. And that'll be it for this trip. We'll process everything the next time that we come down here. We can't really do too much moving around of especially the big trees until we have the backhoe really good and get that brake problem figured out. So it's a work in progress. Of course, we can't do everything all at once. I wish we could. But whatever. Let's stop talking and get back to work.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm sorry. No footage of us working today. It wasn't very pretty. So, I know you weren't expecting such incredible comedy on this channel, but you remember how I said all those trees, hey, you know what, maybe we'll have time to cut them all down. Right. Man, I should do stand-up. You know what I'm saying? So here's the first one that we cut down. That one actually went okay. Landed right on the middle of the pile, which is where we were aiming to have them all fall down. Obviously, we didn't get to those ones today. So that was number one. Number two, we got down, but it went in the wrong direction. I misjudged the lean on this one. Tried to cut a wedge out of it. Tried to get it to fall right. Look, I'm not a professional, okay? I'm just a dude trying to clear some land and build himself a yurt. Now, tree number three. Tree number three. Again, from a distance, it looked like it was pretty straight up. But here, right up close, look at it, and it looks like it's leaning backwards quite a bit. And so I cut a wedge out of the front. Maybe I should have cut that bigger. Put a cut in the back. We got two wedges hammered in there pretty good. They're not going any further in right now. And, well, it's not coming down. So, yeah, that's pretty wizard. But, whatever. So that's tree number 3 right there. Trees 4 and 5. I didn't even cut because it was getting so late. Fighting through everything else that I knew these ones weren't gonna come down very likely. So I went for the 3 that were all together. And we cut through them all. But you can see, well, it didn't all go totally as planned. That one kind of went off in that direction. It was leaning there. We just let it go. This one was leaning that way. And, you know, hung up in trees. And this one is actually all cut through. Yeah, it's not pretty. I know. But that one is also hung up in some trees. So this one right here, when we cut it down, it wasn't really falling. We had the wedge. It was leaning back a little bit. So we hooked up our little cable ties that I made up for grabbing and pulling logs. Hooked it to that tree, and then we hooked our come-along tool, kind of pulled it over. We got it to fall, but yeah, it's kind of hung up in those trees. And yeah, it's not coming down today. So yeah, it's about 8 o'clock. We got a storm rolling in. Oh, I just felt a drop on my back. So it's time to clean up, time to get out of here. Sorry we couldn't have a more exciting episode. But we'll be back, and hopefully next time we'll have some more action shots. Yeah. I don't know, it's just, you know, when I get into working, I just want to get the crap done. And, I mean, we're out here busting our butts, and it's just, it's hard enough just getting all the work done. Much less setting up camera, getting the shots, and I'll be honest, I'd feel a heck of a lot more confident setting up the shots of us working if I, you know, was a little more experienced or really knew what the crap I was doing. Almost everything that I know has come from watching YouTube channels. Wilson Forestlands, good channel, one of my favorites. Very informative, but he's also got a good sense of humor. Oh, looks like it's falling. Whoa! Okay. Wow! I don't know how well that got it. There's an action shot. I was not expecting that. Holy crap. Woo! The good news is we can take our wedges home. Well, it didn't fall quite where I wanted it to. I wanted it more over there, but hopefully it didn't damage anything, you know, such as a certain backhoe. So let's go see. Ha ha! Oh man, that, folks, is about as close as they come. Holy cow! Backhoe, tree. Backhoe, tree. All right. Wow. Well, thanks for sticking with us. We were like ready to end the whole video, and then that happened. All right. Well, I'm glad we got some kind of an action shot. All right, everybody take care until the next time. Thank you for watching.